is Tess Marquez. Hello, everyone, and we welcome Jason here today, who is our special guest. Jason is actually a solar energy expert, here to share would be some valuable insights on how solar energy impacts the homeowner, the buyers, and the seller. Solar power is becoming an essential factor in the real estate, and many buyers and sellers have questions about its benefit, like cost wise, and how it really affects the property value. So, today, Jason, help us understand the key aspects of solar energy, the financial incentive, the common misconception, and what homeowners should know when buying or selling a solar power.
Awesome. Hi, Tess. Thank you for inviting me on this special Zoom. Talk about
Uh-huh.
solar. I'm in solar business for 5 years. We're doing about I don't know the size wise. So that's about 500K watt last year. This year we're gonna do about 1.5 to 2 megawatt this year. So that's pretty big system. I mean, normally a family can have only like maybe around 10K 10K watt. So think about it. If 1 megawatt, that's 100, at least 100 family helped to save their energy bills. Especially, uh, we just had a big fire. I mean, think about this: the big fire, the electric company will increase your electric bill this year by, I would think it's $1.6 billion for this year.
Wow.
So, but those money gonna from all these Southern California Edison customers. So think about it. If you are in the area of Southern California Edison, what happens? So your bill will go up. But most people that they don't really care about the bills. But uh, think about this test. Like a few years ago, uh, maybe 7, 8 years back,
Uh-huh.
your electric bill may be less than $100.
Yes. Oh my
Maybe
God. No, it's different.
80 or so, something around there, right? But you say right now, your average, you don't use too much electricity at home, but your bill costs maybe 150 or 200 or even more. Some of my customers, they have like 800 average monthly bills
Yeah.
just to run at home, but they have like a one Tesla electric vehicle. Also, also this year, I saw this is only February, still cold. You don't use as much electricity, compared to summertime. But
Yeah.
the electric bill is so high this year. I
Oh.
don't know why. But the reason why is only maybe because of the fire, the environmental things changing.
Uh-huh.
All this add up. So gonna charge to the Edison customers.
I
So
see.
now, yeah, so now we're gonna talk about it. How the solar works. Most people they think they don't really know, but solar works so easily. Okay, think about this. California, we have over, I would say, one year have 360 days a year, right? But we
Uh-huh.
have sunshine. We have sunlight, maybe more than 300 days of sunlight in California, right? But
Okay. What
but
happened to internet? Okay.
we have a lights, right? So the solar, the work with the, if you have more lights, that means that the solar will produce more electricity,
Energy or
more
something.
energy. Yes. So
Yes.
the solar we use our roof. So most of the roof is empty, nothing on the roof, right? So
Right.
now, if you put a solar, think about it, how this works. You put a solar on the roof, the sunlight direct to your
To the
P,
roof.
we call the PV system, like the solar panel.
Uh-huh.
They're gonna produce a D, like you know the current called DC, AC, something like this. So
Uh-huh.
basically, they're gonna produce DC. They will have an inverter. The inverter from DC to the house will become AC. So basically, you can use your electricity at home. That's how solar works.
If I understand you correctly, basically, in all homes they have roof, right? And basically the sun hits the roof, and so I'm just going to talk in a very explain in a very simple lingo. Since if you have a solar and you put it on top of the roof, since it has the sun, it will have that energy that would produce, which if we do have the solar, that we could really save a lot of money, right?
Yeah.
um and basically be able to agree, and I totally understand where everyone is coming from. In the summertime, eh, I have about, I'd say about almost 4,000 square feet. It my bill in the summertime would an average of like $1,200 a month. Now, so now as a homeowner, talk to me about how it could save money when you have a solar. And what would be, I guess, another question is, you know, the solar could be an incentive. At the same time, I've heard so many different things about having a solar. And obviously what I heard was that on the tax incentive, how do you get benefit for that? Let's
By by installing solar on your roof, so you use the sunlight to save your energy. So basically, if you have a solar, uh, basically you save more than half of your electricity.
I guess the bottom line is, how do we really save money here? Let's just give me an example of, to make it in a very simple math, okay? If my electricity is 350 a month on the regular electric bill, if I have a solar, how much money do I pay? Just
I would
very
say you could save about 30 to 50%. So your electric bill will become like 200 something dollars.
so if it's 350 times what 30%, right?
No, you're gonna save 30 to
100.
50%. Really depends your roof direction. You facing
Uh-huh.
south, west, north, east. Really depends on that. So basically, save up at least 30 to 50% of your
Okay,
electricity.
so maybe about $200. So that would be
Around 200 bucks. Yes. Yeah.
yeah, so it would be 150. Is that right? Right
Yeah.
about correct?
You save around 150 bucks. Yes.
Okay. Save.
Yeah.
So then who do we pay? The Edison?
Okay, Edison. Okay, when you install solar, there's a few options. Let me just talk like through all the way how you set up your solar system. So basically, we're gonna use your bill. We're gonna check your roof first, see if it is eligible. Not all the home you can put a solar on it. Okay, there's a condo, there's a townhouse, there's single family house, there's HOAs, there's no HOAs. So there's a lot of things. So basically, we're gonna evaluate first. We're gonna see how's your house, and also we need your electric bill first. So once we have this all things in front of us, so that means that we're gonna, for example, okay, your house is good, no problem. We can put a solar on it. Now you have option. So we're going to talk about the purchase first, okay? Then we talk about the savings. I think that's much better, okay? The purchase option, we have three different options. Okay, we have cash option, which you can buy it as your own, or you don't have much cash, you can do a loan, which is 10 years, 25 years loan. That for cash or loan, you're gonna have a tax credit from a
A what now?
federal tax credit. The
Oh,
incentive,
tax credit.
so that's about 30%. So
Okay.
30% of tax credit you collect in the next year. So also another way is called leasing or PPA. PPA is called power purchase agreement. So power purchase agreement mostly right now, most of our customer right now is doing the PPA right now. So we call the power purchase agreement. So which means like this. So we use a roof, you don't pay nothing in front. Okay, you just pay zero. So we install everything, we set up everything for you, and you once you're ready, then you only pay around 30 to 50%. Just talk about it. So you save about 30 to 50% or your electric bill. If you have a 350, so you pay around $200 for PPA. So Edison, there's another bill, maybe $8 to $15 of a monthly charge, like a basic monthly charge. And that's all. So that's how we set up. Okay, once we set up,
Okay.
yeah, then if you, cash or loan, because the system will become yours, your own, right? So in that way, you could save more money for like a return of the investment will be faster by compared to PPA. But PPA things it's a little different. PPA you don't need to pay nothing. Basically, you don't need to pay anything out your pockets. Then we can set up the system for you.
Let's set aside the PPA first. When you do a purchase, basically you will buy the unit and then you basically make payments, right? On this so far since you're buying it?
You
Yeah.
purchase, a purchase means you either you pay cash one time or you do a loan. Okay,
And how much would that be more or less?
it really depends your system. Really depends. $350. Maybe you need let's see, 20 some panels. Maybe. I
20
mean,
panels.
yeah,
Okay.
maybe. So that costs about if you pick cash with the battery, everything costs around 30 to 40. Really depends. I cannot give you a number right in
Yeah,
front right now,
I
but
get it. I get
yeah,
it.
yeah.
So now, when you say you will get a battery, let's talk about if you own it first. You will pay cash, you will get a battery. What happens if the battery runs out?
Warranty on this. For solar panels, you have like 25 years. For batteries, you have a 10 year, 15 years. You can up to 25 years. You just pay a little extra for
How
protection.
much?
Yeah,
Okay, so okay, so like a warranty. Is
like a
that what you
warranty. Yeah,
like
but
a
more like
warranty?
an extended warranty for the batteries. Yeah.
Okay. And then when you're financing, obviously you're making payments on it, okay, depending on how much the solar, that's all. So now let's go to the PPA. PPA, how does that work again? Purchase, was that purchase,
Power purchase
power
agreement.
purchase agreement. I hear this a lot. Is this now common for this people
Yep.
to buy
Yep.
it instead of
That's
leasing it or purchasing it, right?
that's right. Yeah.
And then what happens too, what I heard is that it's better to do that because let's just I mean, this is just me. It's like same thing as when you're buying a laptop. In a matter of 10 years they wear out already, so now you have to buy a new one. So if you pay it cash 5 years, it's probably going to be it's outdated already, right? So you need a new one. So start all over with it.
Basically,
Did you understand what my question?
yeah. Yeah. Basically, for batteries,
Okay, so it's better to do it that, right?
you kind of cut off right now. So
What I'm saying to you is you think that it's much better to do a PPA, right? Because um yeah,
PPA, the
the
PPA also they have a 25 years of warranty of everything, your
forever
battery and
you
your everything. Yeah,
uh,
because it's more
okay.
like a lease. So the equipment, the unit is not yours. It still belong to the PPA company.
But how does the credit works as far as this PPA?
PPA you don't get a credit on it. Okay.
So who
You only get
pays for what how do you pay your electric bill? If I use the program of the PPA, that means to say how do I pay my electric bill and how much is it?
yeah. So earlier we talked about it, you save around 30 to 50%.
Okay, okay.
30 to
All right.
50%, whatever you pay right
Depending on the panel, depending on how many panels you will take, correct?
now. But yes, yeah,
So,
that's right.
so the what is the common misconception about solar energy then?
The most people that thinking that solar is too expensive. This is the
Yeah.
most, but I'm telling you, but right now the solar is not that much expensive no more. Beginning of solar, like 20, 30 years ago, that's very expensive. But right now,
Mm,
but all over, everybody now using solar. They know solar already, but still, there's some people they still think about solar is kind of expensive. Yeah, but
okay, okay.
but right now it's not that expensive no more. Okay. Also, they think that your solar panel always breaking down. They need to repair all the time. No, but no, that's not the case. Normally, you don't see breaking down solar panels. So the solar
And you
panel,
okay, and so it doesn't break down. And so, but when you're in this PPA program, you take care of it, and there's a warranty. Is that right?
yeah, warranty of 25 years.
25 years. So, let me ask you a question. Okay, and let's just kind of be very straightforward. Is it better to lease or purchase a solar?
Either you buy or PPA, it really depends. Really depends. Okay, depends on how big your system is. If you have, for example, if your home you use $1,200 a month, I don't suggest you buy it because buy it going to cost a lot of money. Going to cost a lot to put on the house. But you can
Yeah.
use it first to save like a 30 to 50% first. Then later on you can buy it. If you know
Uh-huh.
if you know, but I suggest people if they have a very, for example, $150 a month or $200 a month. If they make a lot of money, they pay a lot of tax. Okay, I suggest that they buy first. They buy it with cash.
Oh,
Okay,
oh.
otherwise do a PPA.
Mm,
PPA will save a lot of hassles later because you don't need to worry about the maintenance. So the company will cover you for 25 years with the battery, also the panels, with everything.
okay. So the next question I want to ask you is this. I mean, I've seen this happen, obviously, with the economy changing. I've seen so many solar company are facing down, like filing for bankruptcy. What happens with that?
Yeah, that's kind of normal, just like a normal company, you know. Most reason that they break it down or they file bankruptcy is they kind of short on the monies. Because PPA, some power is being out of business
Uh-huh.
for last year. So yeah, that's big. That's a big. That's a big company. That's a big company. Now,
Yeah.
unfortunately, there's a lot of customers. They install some power equipments like some power panels and some power batteries. Yeah. So that there's no company guarantees, all a lifetime. But the thing is this. But most equipment are well maintained, like not easy to break it down. Yeah, sometimes you will face a breakdown. For example, the solar panels break down, not working no more. Basically, you just call a technician guy to come to change it. That's it. It maybe cost a few $100 to just change it. So that's the only thing that company went out of business. Okay.
Okay. Got it. Got it.
If not, also there's another factor here is you can buy insurance on it.
Oh, okay.
So basically, you can buy like a protection insurance protection on your solars and battery. So if the
But why
company
would
went
you
out,
why would you buy the protection, like an insurance, as opposed to getting a warranty, pay warranty on that unit that you're buying? What's the difference?
buy warranty or buy insurance is the same thing. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, well, I hope this is kind of good savings for people who are looking to do solar. Um, Definitely. Is there any, how can you
Yeah, I
give
want to. Yeah, I want
information?
to add on. Yeah,
Send it.
because I want to add on little things because a lot of people they buy a house, so they buy a house they already have solar on it already.
Yeah.
So uh, most solar you can transfer like a transfer from me to you. You know,
Uh-huh.
make sure that the agent uh before do the paperwork, ask
Uh-huh.
the homeowner who's the provider.
Oh, okay.
The provider first, okay? Make sure you have the telephone number. Make sure that the buyer, the new buyer, uh, have a like the old the like a homeowner to sign that they can transfer from from
Releasing the,
contract releasing, yeah, releasing. Otherwise, there's a lot of company they only warranty on the previous owner, not the new
okay,
owner.
right.
So 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 before you guys do a transaction, I think that doing that will be much better for the new buyers. Yeah,
Sure.
I think that. Yeah. Mm.
Got it, got it, got it. All right. So what was your company's name again? Can you,
Yeah.
I think we
We
what we'll do is we'll put it your information.
okay. We're sales broker. We're a sales broker. That means we contract with some big companies. Uh, I'm not gonna tell you which company, but we're gonna uh, we have a few big name companies we can use it from.
Uh-huh.
So basically,
Uh-huh.
we can give our first customer find a very good deal. Uh,
Uh-huh.
we're also looking for long term relationship with the
Yeah.
companies. So basically,
Business.
we want to provide like a warranty, like a you not install today and the company is gonna come
Forget
out.
about you.
Yeah, it's no more. So basically,
Okay.
we are really curious about this uh, because we are sales broker. We partner with different companies, but
Mm,
before we partner with them, we need to see the financial statements, make sure they are in business and they have good reviews, everything first.
mm.
Then
Yes,
it's
yes,
easier for customer, because later on the customer looking for me, Jason, how you gonna, my system break it down. Can you
yeah,
tell me? No, I know how to sales, but I don't know how to fix all those things.
yes, yes. I
And
get
that's
it.
why
I get it.
that's why the partner with a great company is a key. Yeah,
It's important. Right.
for long-term protection.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you know what? Thank you so much for this great information. And we will, your contact number here is, your cell is 626-616-1007.
Yes.
And that's Jason Chu.
Thank you. Yeah.
As well as your email is jcvenchun.solar@gmail.com.
Yes.
Thank you so much for your time. This has been very helpful and really appreciate. And we are looking forward of people coming to you and giving you business.
All right. Thank you. Thank you,
Thank
Tess.
you, Jason. Thank you for your
Thank you.
time.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.